My guest today brings me the vast experience of diplomatic services of 32 years. As one of the youngest Italian ambassadors, he was posted in the United Arab Emirates in 2006 and Oman in 2010. The ambassador has been decorated with multiple orders and merits, including Order of Merit of the Italian Republic, Order of Merit of the Federal Republic of Germany, Order of Merit of the French Republic, Order of Merit of the Sovereign Order of Malta, Order of Cedar of the Lebanese Republic, Order of the Holy Sepulchre, and Order of SS. My guest today is His Excellency Mr. Paolo Dionisi, the Italian Ambassador to Thailand, Cambodia, and Laos. Ambassador, thank you very much and welcome to Cambodia. So the Italian Embassy is based in Bangkok but handles bilateral relations with Thailand, Cambodia and Laos in areas of political, economic, culture, development and scientific cooperation. It provides consular services and handles applications for visas to Italy. How do you handle doing three countries? It's such a big job compared to a lot of normal ambassadors.
Well, Tony, is difficult because this area is so growing very fast. So I'm being based in Bangkok. I try to come as much as I can here and to Laos. I love Cambodia. I've been here already 4 times this year.
Oh, wow.
And I wish I could come even more.
Yeah, good. One of the main reasons you're here at the moment is for Madame Butterfly. What prompted the decision to bring the opera Madame Butterfly to Cambodia? And Madame Butterfly is a significant opera in Italy, which is over 100 years old. So it must feel good to bring it to a place like Cambodia, which opera is not common.
Well, the first main reason was exactly a year ago, I presented my credentials to His Majesty and I promised him I would bring some big culture event here. His Majesty is a man of immense culture, and this country has thousands of years of culture. Madame Butterfly is one of the most important operas of Puccini. Puccini will celebrate next year 100 years from his death, and this what was the main reason for me to bring Madame Butterfly here. One other reasons of choosing Madame Butterfly was that one of the main important figures of this Madame Butterfly is a prince, a Cambodian prince, who is cousin to His Majesty, and we discussed with him before. And on top of that, I also found an important Cambodian singer. So all of these combinations brought me to invest and to sponsor and to organize this opera.
Well, it's actually be the biggest production of opera in Cambodia. You have people internationally singing, directors, organising. So that must mean a big honour for Italy as well, for a country that does not support opera as big as other countries in Europe.
It is indeed, and just last week the lyric singing has been chosen by UNESCO as part of the cultural heritage. So I think there is no better idea than celebrate this with this wonderful opera here.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So how does Madame Butterfly relate to Cambodian culture and society comparing to Italy's?
As you know, Butterfly as an Asian contest in the history, it's a very nice history where everything is involved: culture, love, romanticism, friendship. So this is the sentiments that ties and bonds Italy to this part of the world, and specifically to Cambodia.
Now, opera, it's a unique singing because it's such a good storytelling. Cambodia also, when they sing or do stuff, it's storytelling, but it's so different. How do you think the people will react to singing? But also, opera's not really sung in English. It's usually sung in Italian, Russian, French, or Russian. Yes. And this one, of course, is in Italian. How do you think the people will accept it?
Well, I would say that culture and specifically operas has no boundaries. So I think the opera lovers are everywhere in the world, and I'm sure that here there are many. I know that there has been a big success even in terms of public. I mean, many of my ambassadors here asked me to be invited. And I was pleased to invite all of them. Many people asked us to be invited. So I think we'll see tomorrow, but I'm sure that the result of the opera will be fantastic.
Yeah. From what I understand, basically it's a sellout, and unfortunately it's a one-night show. And but from what I can understand, so it's over 2,000 people are going to attend this. Do you think you would look into maybe bringing some other Italian opera singers in?
Definitely so. Definitely so. I mentioned to you before, Tony, the anniversary of Puccini next year. We are thinking with Prince Ravi and other people to organize other events in this regard. And I would love to have even more Cambodian singers and artists be involved in the opera. So I'm sure that through opera, our relation would grow even further.
Excellent. So let's talk about the collaboration between the two countries now. So how would you describe the current state of collaboration between Italy and Cambodia?
First of all, I'm quite happy because in just 1 year, the trade figures has doubled. I'm quite confident in coming years these figures will grow definitely much more. The new Cambodian government is very focused on strengthening and enhancing the trade relations with many countries, namely with Italy. I do remember the fantastic conference that the Prime Minister has organized last November, gathering here all Chamber of Commerce and all embassies, and we were there, and I think this is the right track to follow. So I'm sure that in few coming years, relations, especially trade relations, will grow fast.
Excellent. So what are the key areas of focus for the collaboration between the two countries?
Well, we should see what we do best, respectively. I think in this tracks we can cooperate very easily. We are importing lots of very important things from Cambodia. We appreciate very much what the agriculture can produce here, but we are also eager to invest more into human resources to train people. I was discussing with the Minister of Foreign Affairs and other relevant ministers here to join together, especially in small and medium enterprises. We are both countries where small and medium enterprises are key factor for the economy. So I think in this track we can really do something concrete together.
Excellent. So what are some of the most significant achievements of the collaboration between Italy and Cambodia?
I would say there are many. I mean, the spectrum is so wide. As I told you, I think if we do know each other even better, and last October I led an important delegation here with an important minister and other commercial people representing big Italian companies. We are now expecting even Cambodian people coming to Italy. I have a wonderful relation also with my Cambodian colleague in Phnom Penh. Really is one of my, not only my good colleague, but is one of my best friends there. And I think also through the personal relations, our bilateral official relation can definitely grow.
Excellent. So what are the main sectors that attract Italian investments in Cambodia, do you think?
Cambodia is definitely the fast-growing economies in the area. I would say all sectors are potential for exploring enhancing cooperation with us. Italy, as you know, is among the 7 most industrialized countries in the world. We are the second largest manufacturer of automotive in the world. We are among the 3 largest countries in the space industry, and I could follow on many aspects. I think exploring all these aspects in our cooperation with Cambodia can benefit both countries.
Excellent. So what are the factors that make Cambodia attractive designation for Italian investments?
First of all, its geographical position in this booming area. The fact that Cambodia has very good relations with many countries, is a young economy, so that really want to explore and grow further. This area is definitely the most interesting areas in the new global scenarios. So all of these factors make Cambodia very attractive for our investors.
And we've seen the last 10 years here in Cambodia, how much it's grown. And like you say, it's one of the fastest countries. What potential can you see with Cambodia going forward, with not just with Italy, with other countries?
Well, I've seen dramatic achievement every time I come here. I do remember when Cambodia was leading last year the ASEAN summit, and they were, you know, the summit was organized in a fantastic way. So really kudos on Cambodian government. I think they here they show the strong willing to grow fast. It is a very young population, people who are extremely trained and willing to do many things for the country. I think really I'm very optimistic on the near future of this country.
Excellent. So what are your expectations for the future for the entire investments here in Cambodia?
As I told you, Tony, last year we doubled the number of our trade.
Yep.
I would be ambassador here for the next 3 years, and I would be happy if I could double every year the number of trade, so the volume of trade. There is the base, there is the will, and I think even from our side, you probably know that now starting January, Italy would be the leading country, the president of the G7, and this part of the war is one of the priorities of the agenda of our presidency.
Excellent. So let's talk a bit about the expat community here in Cambodia, the Italian expat. So what's some of the things that you see with the expat community here? What's some of the feedback they give to you, and what's happening in Cambodia?
Our community is not that big. I mean, we count a few hundreds of people, but very well connected. Even young people who decide to come here because they were expecting and feeling that this country could have welcomed them, which was the case.
Yeah.
I think we will definitely have a booming presence of the Italian people in the near future, and this will definitely help the bilateral relations.
Yeah. So what would you say to people in Italy that's Cambodia and not sure, not just investments, but as a holiday designation, as a culture designation? What would you say to them about Cambodia?
That is a wonderful country for many aspects. You mention it. I would say we need to know more. That's why I encourage the Cambodian government also to be more present also in Europe and in Italy. What we are doing tomorrow, I mean the opera, and what we can do also in Italy with some Cambodian cultural events and other events can help definitely in terms of knowing each other better. I think through this better knowledge, we'll have more people in the two directions coming, not only as tourists, but of course, tourism is the key access. And once you know the country, you want to come back and you want to invest in the country. So I really please and I really encourage a further exchange of tourists in the two directions.
So does Italy hopefully in the future maybe would like to open an embassy here in Cambodia?
Definitely so. In the both direction, because I know even the Cambodian government was now covering Italy from Paris. Is thinking about that. We are definitely thinking about that. I think the level of bilateral relations is gaining more and more importance in our foreign policy, in respective foreign policy. So I do see that in a number of years would be a possibility to open the two embassies, I mean, with president ambassadors.
So do you think there could be any improvements between the two countries in moving forward? Because obviously you have a great relationship, and it, like you said, it's getting better with investments, and of course that. Do you think there's going to be improvements or in that way?
Definitely so. Definitely so. The two prime ministers have exchanged very friendly, I would say, and close messages on the occasion of the appointment and nomination of His Excellency Un Manet as a new prime minister here. My Prime Minister Meloni wrote to him a very nice letter. Prime Minister replied very nicely.
Oh.
They are both very young.
Yep.
I think through our leaders, but also through our people, these relations will definitely grow.
In the future, does the Prime Minister really hope to come to visit Cambodia, and of course vice versa, the Homenet to come
Absolutely,
visit?
absolutely. As I told you, this area of the world has become a top priority for us.
Yeah.
The next year of our presidency of the G7 will enforce and underline this priority. And I do see and I do expect that the Prime Minister might visit this region in a very near future.
Any final words about the relationship between the countries? What you hope for, what you think is going to come up, what relationships can be. Any advice?
Well, one of the very important achievement we are now having is that there will be an Italian Chamber of Commerce here. Is under my control. So the Chamber of Commerce of Bangkok, which is based in Bangkok, will also have a branch here, an important branch here. We already finalized all the necessary documents, and members of the chamber are now enlisting in the new chamber. So this definitely will help. But as I told you, in terms of tourism, the flow of Italian tourists coming here is definitely growing in this part of the year. We're expecting even to have double number of tourists next year. I know many travel agencies are definitely working on Cambodia, and through this, and also through our Malamate flight tomorrow, all this will definitely push on enhancing the relations and having more Italians here and more Cambodian in Italy.
Well, like you said, with the Italian Chambers of Commerce, that's a big thing when you talk about relationships, especially with investments, bilaterals, and everything else, because that becomes the hub and represent the countries and everything else. So in going forward, that's seems to be a good step in going. And things. What's your favourite part of Cambodia?
Well, so far I've been to Phnom Penh and Angkor Wat. Yeah. By the way, Italy is one of the most important countries in the restoration and conservation of the old city of Angkor Wat. Is a reason of pride. Yeah. We are also studying possibility to enhance and continue this cooperation with Apsara and the Cambodian Authority. We do believe that through our respective culture, and we have thousands and thousands of years of culture, yeah. Our countries could be better known in the world. And this will definitely also encourage people from all over the world to visit Cambodia.
I mean, some similarities in the historic is in the infrastructure. Italy has a lot of old buildings, same as here. So there is some similarities with the culture of infrastructure and everything else. Do you hope this could broaden and strengthen between the historical things and culture?
Absolutely, yes. I mentioned it is also to His Majesty. I was telling His Majesty how much I was impressed by the old town of the old area of the capital of Phnom Penh, yeah. And I was telling him that I would wish and I would like that Italian company, which are extremely good in restoration, could help the Cambodian companies, private and public, to restore buildings and to make this city even more beautiful. I think there is room for that, not only in Phnom Penh, because the rest of the country is so beautiful. Even the shore is fantastic. So And I know that Italian companies are talking to Cambodian companies or on the developing of the shores for touristic destination. I believe that under the wise guidance of the new Prime Minister and this government, this country will definitely grow much. And we would love, as Europeans and as Italians, to be part of this growth together.
Ambassador Paolo, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy your next few days. Enjoy your concert of opera tomorrow night. And hopefully we'll catch up later in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tony. Great talking to you.